Well, hello there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Dodgy Gamer here with a kind of new series. It's the kick-off of the FMPL, the Football Manager Premier League versus competition. If you don't know what that's about, well, let me explain. So yes, you may recall last year I had a few videos up on the channel charting my progress with Sheffield United in the FM Premier League Cup competitions in the League Cup, where we got all the way to the final, where we narrowly lost to Manchester City. Well, this year the competition is back, and I'm back with it. So this is a competition with 20 content creators from across the world of Football Manager content creation. We've got YouTubers like myself, we've got streamers, we've got bloggers, we've got other people who just play the game for fun. Apparently they exist. We're each assigned a team, and then we take charge of that team in head-to-head clashes across the course of a Premier League season. So this year, I got drawn with Southampton. So this is the second year in a row I've drawn a team that plays in red and white stripes. It's the second year in a row I've drawn a team which, at the time I take charge of them in the game, is overperforming in real life. Hopefully, though, it's going to work out better than last season. Sheffield United finished bottom of the table, but at least, we can only match or better that result. I've got my red and white on. This is not obviously a Southampton shirt. This is a Paraguay international strip, part of my international kit collection. I do actually only own 2 club shirts. If you know or can guess what they are, let me know down in the comments. But anyway, Southampton, let's stay focused here. So this is my squad. Now what happens is, when you're assigned your team, which is done by random draw, we each get a transfer budget, and the budget is relative to the team's stature. So obviously, if you're lucky enough to get drawn as Man City or Liverpool, you get a ginormous transfer budget. If you get a team like Southampton, your transfer budget is a fraction of theirs. So mine was about 24 million pounds. We then bid for players in the game. So Southampton, just looking at their team, I brought in a few players for the first team squad. One of my main purchases was this guy, Younes Belhanda. So he's Moroccan, experienced midfield player. So I was looking for someone who could fulfill the playmaker role for me in midfield, and he seems to be a good fit for that. He was relatively cheap. He starts the game at Galatasaray. We were able to bring him in for just a few £1 million, which was his value there in the game. Here he's worth 19.5 million, which is great. But as a creative force in midfield, on the cheap, I think he was a pretty good signing. Overall, I was happy with the strength of the first team, just a couple of positions in midfield, which we'll get onto the second one of those in a moment, that I wanted to improve. But there were depth issues. So we've got, obviously, Bertrand as a left-back, but there was no decent backup to him. So, again, went for someone fairly cheap, brought in Borna Barisic from Rangers. So someone who, for the way I want my full-backs to play, he can take a corner, he can take a free kick, he can cross the ball, he can get forward. He's got decent enough acceleration and pace, so he's going to be a good backup option to Bertrand. This was a guy I bought when I had small change left, so just wanted another option at right back, so we brought in Jan Boral. I think he's Czech. We got him from Slavia or Sparta Prague. Don't quite remember which one, but having heard rumours about long throws in the game, I thought I'd go for someone with a high long throw attribute, which will come in handy on touch, so I'm told. So he's got 18 for long throws. Not the best crosser in the world, but he's got stamina, he's got natural fitness, he's a bit aggressive. I do like an aggressive player. He's got the work rate and the determination to run all day and give his all for the team. Coming in on a free to provide a bit more experience to our front line, Daniel Sturridge. So not quite the player he was, or the player perhaps we hoped he was going to become back when he was a youngster, but he's a decent option, a decent backup to Danny Ings. But perhaps our marquee signing, this youngster, Marcus Edwards. He is a winger. He can play as an inverted winger or an inside forward. Came in from the Portuguese leagues. I think it was Victoria Guimarães. Might have to double check on that. But yes, came in from the Portuguese leagues. It was an absolute steal. It was only about 12 million we managed to get him for. So I like that. If you followed my series with Santa Clara or last year with Andorra, I like to play with this inside forward role. So he's someone who can fulfill that very nicely for us. I mean, he's got decent enough finishing. He can run with the ball. He's got great technique. He's got that acceleration and pace much better than some of the other players in the team. He's got the composure to bear down on goal, cutting him from the wing and either lay off a pass or score a great goal. So I'm expecting big things from this youngster. Then, of course, we've got the likes of Danny Ings in the squad. So, lots of stats at a above decent rating. So he's someone who will be great in that lone striker role, will also play well paired up with someone like Sturridge. Then, of course, we've got the boys with the double-barrel surname. So Kyle Walker-Peters, much like Ings, he's got decent all-round stats, nice high work rate, so should be able to provide us that good first option at right-back. And JWP, James Ward-Prowse, so we've got him there, central midfielder. He can play many different roles there, but with his high work rate and his fitness and stamina, I'll be looking for him to run up and down the pitch all day, crafting chances for us, supporting the attacks, protecting the defence, tireless midfielder. We're going to put that to the test. So that's a look at the squad. Now it's time to switch over to game mode. I will be bringing you this year all of the league matches, so that's going to be 18 episodes of league action. There'll be cup games in there as well. So I'm going to bring you all of those. It will kind of be semi-regular on the channel. The deadline for playing the games, the turnaround, once their fixtures are announced, we've got 10 days to play them. So it'll be like once every week and a half there'll be an episode appearing on the channel, more so when the cups start up. And sometimes I'm hoping I'll be able to get my opponent to join me for co-commentary. Today, we weren't able to organise that. I won't have my webcam on for the game because we have to get online at the same time as the opponent. So I was recording at a time when it wasn't convenient to get the green screen up and so on. There may be a bit of background noise as well, so I apologise in advance for that. But it'll be me, commentary only for the game. But they're definitely games worth watching. If you like goals, you'll like these matches. So let's find out who my opponent is and get started. Alright, so here we are. It's match time. It's Southampton against Crystal Palace, managed by George Topper. For my first opponent, George Topper was manager of Newcastle last year. You've seen him on the channel before, or you've seen his team on the channel before, because my Sheffield United team, of course, beat his Newcastle United team in the League Cup quarterfinals. Hopefully he's not going to get revenge today. But this is how we're lining up. It is the formation that I've been using with Santa Clara, but I did build my squad around this, looking at players for these particular positions. So we've got Forster in goal, Salisu and Bednarek in defence, Walker, Peters and Bertrand in the full-back positions. Our new signing, Yunus Belhanda and Ward-Prowse in the centre of the park. We've got Armstrong in the attacking midfield role, Marcus Edwards, another new boy, out on the wing, Redmond out on the left, and Ings up front. Okay, so the first action comes in the shape of a Crystal Palace throw in. Dembele with the shot, Forster with a decent save. I have done some pre-season friendlies against other managers. We had some decent success. We got some good results. We've beaten the likes of Manchester United, Brighton and Everton in pre-season. Oh, we did have a game against Crystal Palace as well. That was a 2-2 draw. Crystal Palace were the better team on that day. We did require a late goal to equalise there. But this is a new tournament. This is a new game. Hopefully we can pull something off here. So we've got Bertrand now. This is our first real attack that we've seen on highlight. Ward-Prowse plays one over the top, but a little bit too much on that. Went straight to the keeper. Okay, bit of end-to-end ball play from the keepers there, but it goes forward. Long ball to Ings, and Danny Ings gets his first goal of the season. 16 minutes gone, and we're 1-0 up. That was nice play there. Belhanda played it back. Salisu just hit the long ball over the top. Ings timed his run perfectly, got between the defenders. Oh, good goal, boys, good goal. Ooh, they're putting the pressure on now. They've definitely had the better of the play. The highlights, the action has been more focused on Crystal Palace coming forward. But we We had that little spell of attacking play. That was enough to put us in the lead. But here comes Eze. Oh, dearie me. He got behind the defence. Completely wrong-footed Forster in the goal. It's 1-1, and you can't say he hasn't deserved that, old Georgie Topper. Look at that. Beautiful ball through from the wing. Yeah, got to have a big question mark over Forster's positioning there. We do get shouts this year, so I'm going to demand more. Only from the entire team. You can't give direct shouts at individuals, but I don't know anybody who directs their shouts in the main game at individuals anyway. Okay, so we've got the ball now. Final few minutes. Can we launch something, a counter-attack here? Or are we going to give the ball away? Yes. That's what I didn't want to see. We're supposed to play out of defence. Fair enough. Oh, no, now we've given away a penalty. I mean, fair enough. We were under pressure for Forster to... Oh, they've missed for Forster to go for the clearance. But, play out of defence. That's what we should be doing. Well, we're kind of just about holding on. I mean, look at that XG. Crystal Palace on a 2.44. I mean, obviously the penalty is almost a +1 on the XG, isn't it? But they've definitely outplayed us in this half, and I'm going to have to look at making some changes for the second half. Well, bit of a crunching tackle there, but it was last ditch and desperate, but that's what we need at this moment. Marcus Edwards, let's see if he can make an impact back in the British game, having returned from Portugal. He cuts inside nicely. Is he going to shoot? He is, but he can't hit the target. But promising bit of play from him. Right, half time. It is then. Yep. Not a great performance from us. We are very lucky to be holding on at 1-1 at the moment. I'm thinking I need a tactical change. So I'm going to switch my formation up a bit. Another formation I've brought with me. You see it there, 4-4-2, target man. Andorra. This is what I was using with the Andorran national team last season. So when we were struggling against bigger teams, this played a pretty tight game. So I'm going to give it a go here. We don't need to change positions much. So let's see if that, I did try this out in those pre-season friendlies, and it was this tactic that snagged us a couple of results against much bigger teams. It was a difficult one to break down, one of my opposing managers said. And as I'm saying that, Zaha puts Crystal Palace 2-1 up within 2.5 minutes of the kickoff. Okay, on the hour mark, can we get back in it here? Belhanda whips in the cross. Oh, it's cleared though. But it comes to Salisu. So we positioned ourselves well there. Ings knocks it out to Bertrand, who's made the overlapping run. He cuts inside. Oh, Belhanda gets chopped, but no penalty, says the referee. He was in a good position to see it. Edwards, it bounces kindly for Armstrong. Oof, good save from Guata there. But we got the corner. Can we get anything out of this? I've just berated the team before this highlight started for going behind so softly so early in the half. It's bucked our ideas up a little bit. Let's see if it'll lead to an equaliser. All right, we've got to start thinking about substitutions here, I think. I'm going to put Edwards out onto that other side. I'm going to switch him in as an inside forward on attack. Bit worried about Bertrand being on a yellow, so I'm going to bring on one of our new signings, Barisic, as well. Let's confirm those changes and get back out there. And hopefully just that shifting around of positions is going to make a difference. Edwards, I did sign him thinking we can play him inside forward, so that's what I'll be looking for him to make a difference. Right, there's not much time left. We're still behind. I think we're going to have to go for it a little bit. So I'm going to push Armstrong up so he's in more of a natural position. We'll play him inverted as well. And I'm going to bring on Sturridge for Redmond. So we'll push Sturridge forward and we'll go kind of 4-2-4 for the final few minutes. Okay, we've made a few tactical tweaks to try and go a bit more attacking. Are we going to leave ourselves exposed though as Crystal Palace? Oh, he got past his man way too easily there. I hate it when that happens after all of that tweaking and changing. We immediately concede within seconds of the restart. Okay, we've got a chance here. I thought we were going to get a penalty. Let's see, Barisic, can he do something? He's got lots of men around him. They're really crowding the box now, Crystal Palace. I mean, obviously, they're 3-1 up. You would not expect them to lose from this position. All right, Ward-Prowse tracking back. Good to see from old JWP. Sturridge plays in Edwards. Edwards, oh, he scored. He scored. Oh, this is game on. This is very reminiscent of our pre-season friendly. Right, we've scored. There's only a couple of minutes left. We're going to have to throw everything at it now. Good play from Sturridge. Nice assist. Good stuff from Edwards. That's what we wanted him to do. Right, tactical changes coming up. Right, we want a higher line of engagement then. We're going to go over the top rather than to the flanks. Let's counter-press them as much as we can. And we're going to shoot on sight. Let's get that tempo up really high. Long ball stuff. Let's go for it. Southampton, can we pull an unlikely, undeserved point out of the bag? Well, again, we get straight into a Crystal Palace highlight. Forster saves. 5 minutes of added on time. Come on, Forster. Launch it forward. Good stuff. Edwards plays in Sturridge. Sturridge. Oh, he went... Oh, yes! Oh! I thought we'd missed the chance. Sturridge tried to play it across the goal instead of shooting, but he picked up the rebounded pass. And Ings has done it. Oh, look at that. Sturridge recovered well. Ings equalises 3-3. Tactical changes. So we're dropping back to standard there. We've gone for balanced. I'm going to bring Edwards and Armstrong back. And we'll put people onto fullback defend roles and so on. Can we just hang on? Hang on for the final few minutes. We don't want to overlap. We don't want early crosses. We'll work the ball into the box. We'll drop the tempo a bit. We'll time waste as much as we can. All right, and be a bit more disciplined. We'll take off run at the defence. We'll keep playing for those set pieces. Right. Good stuff, boys. Good stuff. Let's do this. You've got this. We've pulled it back with 2 late goals, 88 and 90. And is it going to be an unlikely point? Yes, it is. What a game. What a game to kick off the season with. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, then on to our second match, the return fixture. This time we're away to Crystal Palace. How are we going to play this time? I mean, we were pretty well outplayed with starting with this tactic. We did better in the second half. Obviously, we got back into it. We made those adjustments. So should I go with this? I'm just going to change Ward-Prowse to central midfielder on support. And I think, am I happy with Walcott? They've gone with Walcott out on the right. You know what? Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm fairly happy with the lineup. Let's get into the game. Yeah, a point. I'd be happy with a second point here. I'm sure my opponent George Topper will be out to get me. He did actually message me in the Discord after that first game, referencing that pre-season friendly. Not again, was what he said. Well, yes. By the way, in case I haven't mentioned it in my intro already, I've got the webcam off just because having to do these matches online and live, I'm recording at a different time of day to what I normally do, so can't get the green screen out and up at the moment. That may also be why there's a bit more background noise than normal. Ings here with an early chance. Oh, wow, he just picked up where he left off, didn't he? He scored on 89 minutes in the previous game, and here we are 5 minutes into the second game. He scored again. Of course, he did open the scoring in that first game as well, and then, we were outplayed in that second half. But that's the kind of counter-attacking football I had my Andorra team doing on FM20, just snatching those goals whenever we can. So maybe it was a good choice to start with this tactic, although I'm sure my opponent will be looking for a way back into this match later on. But Ings is through again. Oh my lord, what is going on in this game? Ings with his 4th goal in 2 matches. Well, I say in 2 matches. His 4th goal in 1 match and 7 minutes. Bertrand, lovely ball inside there. Ings, beautiful control. There was no way the keeper was going to stop that. Ings is great in that kind of position, 1-on-1. Well. That was unexpected. But here come Crystal Palace with the corner. If we concede early and they pull it back to 2-1, then, they're going to have momentum on their side. But if we can survive this, if we can get to half-time with this 2-0 intact, then, we're going to be in a very strong position. What was I talking about? Well, there goes Zaha. He just smacks that in to the top corner. Oof, 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 oof. Not good, not good. Okay, we're going to have to be very careful here. I don't know, should I praise them? I can praise them for that opening. And here comes Ings. Maybe I'll be praising him for a hat-trick. Oof. Action-packed. We're only up to 13 minutes. We've barely got to quarter of an hour in the game. 2-1, and, it could have been 3-2 by this point as well. Ooh, hacked down there, but that's the end of the highlight, it would seem. Okay, 20 minutes on the clock now. We haven't had a highlight for a while. Let's see if we can pull something out of the bag here. Bit of head tennis starting up almost there. Marcus Edwards, good tracking back. Good, he pressured Palace into giving up the ball. Now he cuts inside. What's he going to do here? He fires off a shot. But Guaita catches. But that's good. We're still threatening them. I was worried that pulling that goal back, that was going to be the start of the comeback. But we seem to have stemmed the tide just for now. Anyway, let's have a look. Bertrand to Edwards. Ings picks it up. Ings gets in position. Oof. On another day, he would have had a hat-trick by now. He's had 2 very good chances in addition to his 2 goals. Edwards, look at that. I love the way he's running back. Don't love the way he just got dispossessed. But a couple of times in this game and in the previous game, we've seen him run right back. Zaha, oh my God. That was all Zaha. I know Batshuayi got the touch, but that was all Zaha, wasn't it? Oh, dearie me. Edwards, just singing his praises, but it was his mistake that's cost us the goal here. Well, this time it's like the complete opposite of the last game in terms of the XG. We're dominating, but, they're the ones who've got the momentum and have pulled back level. Let's see what happens with this highlight. Are they going to get an early goal again, just like in the first game? I hope not. There we go. Edwards, well positioned, picked the ball up. Come on, that's it. He's on a run. He's on a mazy solo run. We've seen these many times in FM21. He's hit the post. Oh, so unlucky. Oh, that's not good. Kyle Walker-Peters. He's injured. What's the problem? It doesn't matter, of course, because when I play my next round of matches, we're going to be reloading the team and these injuries will be reset. Bednarek, it says, also is hampered by injury. I foolishly didn't put another centre-back on the bench. So he's just going to have to soldier on. Right, Crystal Palace now. Oof, Ward's picked up a knock as well. It's been a bit of a physical game, I guess, this one. All the players are just getting tired after a long off-season. Anyway, they're building patiently. They played it back to the halfway line. Now Townsend gets across him. Bertrand with the clearance. Oh, we've got the chance for a break now. Edwards and Ings combining nicely. Edwards gets past his man. Is he going to cross? Is he going to shoot? He's going to shoot into the side netting. I wish he just laid that off for Ings. Shades of FM20 there, although he didn't go quite to the byline, of course. I'm going to put in a cheeky demand more. Come on, boys. You've got to, recapture some of that early form from that first 20 minutes of the game. Ward-Prowse now crosses it in. Salisu gets the header. Oh, that could be crucial. That puts us 3-2 up with 18 minutes to play. Wow. Wow, how many goals already have we seen today? 11 goals across the 2 matches, and I don't think the scoring's finished yet. In fact, here we go. Oof, this is starting in a dangerous position for us. Bertrand, why? Why did you throw it straight to Zaha? Oh, my God. I mean, there were 2 guys in front of him. There was no need in that position to do a looping high throw. Look, there are 2 guys in front of Zaha, and for some reason, he's trying to throw it beyond Zaha and failing. Oh, that's just ridiculous. That was a ridiculous goal to concede. Right, time for a substitution. All right, we brought on Sturridge as he did a good job in the last game. So we're taking off Armstrong. Sturridge comes in. We'll leave him as a deep line forward. He can partner up nicely with Ings there. Let's encourage the team for this last 5 minutes. I think we could sneak this. You never know. Stranger things have happened. 5 minutes of stoppage time again. Is there going to be late drama once more? Or are we going to have 2 3-3 draws to start the season? That's what's going to happen. 2 3-3 draws. For some reason, they're presenting a trophy to Crystal Palace. That's completely unnecessary. All right, so I guess Crystal Palace are top alphabetically, or does it go on yellow cards? I don't know. I think we might have picked up a few. But what a pair of games. Absolutely fantastic start to the season. Well played, George Topper, for giving me, 2 games. We're both unbeaten after the first round, so that's something. So, yeah, there we have it. 2 rip-roaring 3-3 draws. I think probably at the end of the day, draws were fair results. I mean, my opponent, Georgie Topper, dominated the first game. We dominated the second game to an extent. Both games ended in a draw. So over the balance of the 2 matches, 2 draws is probably a fair result. Might have to do some work on my defence, but I'm pretty happy with the attack at the moment. Thank you very much for watching. Please do hit a like and drop a sub and comment down below. All that good stuff. I'm Dodgy Gamer. I'll see you in game week 2.